I was getting worried. I kept on hearing afternoon and everybody's cold.
Let me start by introducing myself. Lieutenant Colonel retired Julius Ayub Gedire, the chairman of Nacada. That is a surprise to a lot of people. They were expecting Mututho. I took over from Mututho almost a year ago as the chairman of Nacada, and I've been going through the baby steps in terms of trying to see how we can deal with the whole issue of alcohol and drug abuse. Just for your information, this is almost the last county that we are going through. We have been to all the other counties, most of them, and Nairobi was left behind deliberately just to ensure that by the time we get to Nairobi, we have a good understanding of what's going on. As a part of our strategic approach, we came up with a simple concept called Nacada Mashinani. So the whole issue of drug abuse is no longer a boardroom issue. It's not Nacada sitting somewhere in NSSF building and as a board trying to imagine that we understand the problem. It is a question of a down-up approach in dealing with the problem. So in each county, we started reactivating the interagency committee forum, which for Nairobi we had it yesterday. The interagency is where everybody, in that forum is where everybody is represented. We are talking about whether it's KRA, KEBS, police, whoever it is who is a stakeholder is represented at the interagency. And we had that yesterday, we had the county commissioner and everybody else. Second issue is that we always ensure we have the leaders consultative forum, because at the interagency, they must do a stakeholder mapping. And this is what we are having today, the Leaders Consultative Forum, to figure out, are we all involved? Do we have a problem? And if there is a problem, what are we doing about it? Hashtag tuwajibike. Are we being responsible enough? And I'm happy to hear all the leaders who are here today, all the organizations represented. And the next thing I'll be wondering and hearing is, what are we doing? If I'm a member of a residents association, if I'm a member of Boda Boda, what are we as Boda Bodas doing about, or how are we dealing with the issue of ADA? Ama ni ile story ya serikali tusaidie. Is that still the story? I hope not. Because you have a responsibility. All of us here, we tunaajibika. We have to say, what am I doing about the problem that I am aware it exists? Ama watu wajui iko madawa ya kulevya? Si nyinyi mnajua hata kundi liko? Thank you. So we know there is a problem. We know the problem exists. We have seen it in our areas. We know how vitu zinaendelea. So at what stage did we drop the ball? Tutasema leo. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the issue of alcohol and drug abuse, mambo ya mihadarati, is no longer an issue of one agency. It is our problem as a community. Otherwise, we will continue losing our sons and daughters. Whatever business and whatever issue and whatever area you're involved in, tafadhali tuambie, what are you doing about it? Let's run away from serikali saidia. Blame game. So, we are happy to be here today. Nacada is your organization, ni shirika la serikali. It is your shoulder to lean on. It is you to let us know. And we have, with no uncertain doubt, that if all the stakeholders are involved, if all the mothers, si kusikia mtu ya maendeleo ya wanawake hapa. Mambo ya wanawake ni wengi. Good. So whether wewe ni maendeleo ya wanawake, ama maendeleo ya wanaume, ama maendeleo ya vijana, sisi zote tunawajibika. That's why we are here, and we are happy to have you. Thank you for coming in big numbers. As I said, for us as Nacada, as a board, our responsibility is to ensure that everybody is involved. There is proper collaboration and coordination with all the agencies. Nacada has a hotline number. Tip, who knows it? Thank you. Madam, wewe unaonekana tutaongea mambo. 1192. Secondly, what is nasikia watu wengi wako hapa na sitaki muanze. Mnajua ya kwamba kuna namba ingine ya kuriport mambo ya ulevi, mambo ya crime ya Nairobi. Nani anajua namba ya Mwaliga? Inaitwa nini? What is the number? Kwa nini ni upande huu peke yake? Msiongee tena sasa. Thank you. So those are the basics, because there is proper reporting systems these days. Serikali imehakikisha ya kwamba you can report and there will be action. 22068. Nacada has got a hotline number 24/7, and many other organizations who are here and everything else. Tafadhali. So let's not wait until an incident occurs ndio kila mtu anakimbilia kubrief media kusema sijui nini ingefanyika. Everybody becomes so clever when an incident occurs, and I keep on asking myself, mulikuwa wapi mbeleni? So we want a proactive approach in dealing with problems. A proactive approach. Point it out, talk about it, follow through before we lose that one son and daughter. Let me swing to the end of the spectrum, the issue of rehabilitation, treatment and rehabilitation. In every county we have been, the first thing we are always asked as Nacada, tunataka rehab. Every county we have been, Kilifi, wapi, nini. Ladies and gentlemen, yani tuliwachilia watoto wetu, tukawachilia for our professionals, our everybody else, and now they are ending up in the rehab. Now we need to treat them. And then the next thing, there will be integration. We must reintegrate them back to the society. The numbers are not looking good. The numbers are not looking good. Treatment and rehabilitation is the last stage of the ADA problem. Unataka mtoto yako tumngojee paka tumpeleke rehab? Ni kusema we have got customers wa kwenda rehab. And we are talking to everybody, whether you are a manufacturer, whether you are a distributor, on whatever. Your customers are sick. They are ending in the rehab. And you don't even have a CSR objective ya kudeal na customers yako. You made them believe that whatever they consumed was nice. And now they are sick. I haven't heard of any organization telling us we have got a CSR ya kusaidia wale watu wanaenda rehab. It is a problem of Nacada. Sisi tukuuza pombe. On 26th of June, we had the International Day Against Drug Abuse. The issue was, or the theme was, George, thank you. Listen first. Are we listening to our sons and daughters? Are we listening when we go to schools as members of the board of management? Are we listening? Are we having it as a discussion in our dining tables? Isn't it a part of our normal graduation and ceremonies of graduation to ensure we have alcohol and drug abuse even in our homes to celebrate? Do we know that none of us here is exempt from addiction? There's nobody, not even me. All of us in one way or another, you are addicted to something. You are not a master of addiction. So when you see somebody getting addicted to something that he or she is consuming, it means it is a disease. When you see somebody consuming and doing some of the things that we are doing that are not healthy, you will end up in a rehab. Just like we know, kama unachukuaga vijiko 10 ya sukari kwa chai, you are a candidate ya diabetes. Upende usipende. So ladies and gentlemen, we have been hiding our head in the sand. We have been hiding our head in the sand and assuming we don't have a problem. And assuming, zile story mimi nasikiaga za marafiki zangu. And for those who don't know, I grew up in Nairobi. Bahati, Jericho, Eastlands, Shauri Moyo, ukitaka kuniuliza habari ya Nairobi, tuacha tuzungumze tu. Mimi ni mtu wa Bahati, mimi ni mtu wa Eastlands. So I have seen Chang'aa, I have seen those women who have brewed and wakauza busaa paka watoto wakaenda shule. So everybody and every one of us has got a different perspective of the problem. But thank God, here I am today as a chairman of Nacada. What am I saying? We can save our sons and daughters, irrespective of what your background is. Whether your son, umeleta mtoto kutoka Shauri Moyo, Bahati, that young man, that young daughter can make it, ladies and gentlemen. You are the leaders, you are the opinion shapers, you need to change behavior. So, wacha tujiulize leo. Are we doing what we are supposed to do? Or are we wishing and hoping for well? The pride of any mother, the pride of any parent is to see his young boy, his young son, standing up one day and saying, yes, I have come this far. Sindio? So when you tell that young man, don't do it, usivute bangi. I grew up there. I never smoked. I don't even smoke even up to now. Kwa hivyo inawezekana. Why have we left our sons and daughters to find their way? Because they have watched a movie. Because they have sung certain songs. I hear kazi zake ukiziona watu wakiimba hizo nyimbo unajua tu mahali wanaelekea. Kwa sababu lazima wafanye vitu fulani ndio wakae kama huyo jamaa anaimbaga hizo nyimbo. Why have we left? It's a whole concept of behavior change. And so for us, as Nacada, as your national organization, national focal point, we have the professionals. We have everybody else represented. Please make us your friend. Let's have a candid discussion. And let me thank you very much today, without saying too much, for being here. The national government and the county governments must work together through the interagency. And I'm happy to say that the regional commissioner is here with us. The county commissioner was here. They are wako kwenye mstari wa mbele representing the national government. The national government policy of delivering as one. So whichever agency, whether it's KRA, KEBS, or wherever it is, we are all committed to ensure that Wanjiko na Amina, they achieve their objective. It is because of our sons and daughters. They will be able to look back and say, yes, we did it. Let me lastly finish by saying, for those who might not know, that when we took over, we went to Mexico. We just came back the other day from a conference in Mexico. And the goodwill from the international world is unbelievable about Kenya. And as we landed there, we were awarded at the end of the day to host the World Conference on Alcohol and Drug Abuse. Will be coming to Nairobi in December. Over 2,000 plus delegates to discuss this issue. I hope Nairobi will stand up and be in the forefront, because it is not Nacada's thing. It is about a national convention. It is about the stakeholders saying what they are saying. It is about you people giving us the true stories of what has worked and what has not worked. The entire world will be here. Sasa niulize, tafadhali mchangamke, mutuambie, tuzungumze. Remember, it is not a blame game. It is about what we can do together. And we must stand together. Sawa sawa? For the sake of our sons and daughters. Even that politician who is looking for a vote still goes back to the community to ask for that vote. So why does he keep quiet? Kweli kura zitatoka wapi? The big enemy, even of the big four, is the issue of alcohol and drug abuse, because it's a cross-cutting issue. It cuts through security, it cuts through health, it cuts through development. In each of those aspects, you will find issue of alcohol and drug abuse, because you do not have a healthy community. Ladies and gentlemen, with those many and few words, before unajua watu ya jeshi tulikuwa tujui sana kuzungumza. Tulikuwa tunajua mambo ya kutoa amri. Lakini tukakuja tukafundishwa jinsi ya kuzungumza na kuzungumzia wananchi. Yangu ni kusema tukaribuni sana. Karibuni kwa kuja. Thank you for coming in big numbers. Thank you for supporting Nacada Mashinani. Thank you for knowing that our activities and programs will be anchored at the community level, because nyinyi ndio washikadau. Thank you for being in the forefront.